Hi, you're watching TV9 News. I'm Pratibha. For years now, there have been questions on Rajnikanth's political career. Will he or won't he? The questions were finally answered, or so it seemed, when Rajnikanth decided to float his own party. He said that he would give out the details on December 31st. But today, just 2 days before that big announcement, Rajnikanth said that he will not be floating his own political party. Now, this might have come as a big disappointment to several of his fans, but for many, it was an expected decision because Rajnikanth was always a reluctant politician. So, what does it mean for Tamil Nadu politics? Is there going to be a big change? What are the reasons why Rajnikanth decided not to contest the elections in the 234 seats as he promised? And is he going to endorse a candidate or not? To give us a better understanding of what the situation is like in Tamil Nadu, I spoke to the associate editor of the Frontline, Mr. R.K. Radhakrishnan, to give us a better sense of what people in Tamil Nadu feel, and he had some very interesting insights. Even throughout the year, we've seen him flip flop with the idea of entering
Yeah,
politics. First, he said no, yes, back to no, and then again yes. So, how do you look at this decision?
I think this is a sensible decision. I don't know how many of your viewers would know. Somebody who has a transplanted kidney can drink only 200 ml of water, and they have to literally weigh every single thing that they eat. If you ask someone, I mean, somebody who knows medicine, if you ask, what would you like? Would you like to have cancer or would you like to have a transplanted kidney? I am sure if they know medicine, they will say, let me have cancer and let me die soon. See, the kidney, is a very, very difficult organ. It takes time, and you cannot plunge into politics. It's impossible. The April heat in Tamil Nadu is something else. You cannot take that kind of weather. You cannot just drink 200 ml of water and be fine with it at the end of the day. It's not going to happen. I think it's the sensible decision to make. I think it's very wrong to have forced Rajni to come into politics.
Okay, so if this was a decision that he should have ideally taken, and that's probably why he also stayed away from politics for so long, even though he wanted to take the plunge. So, how do you look at his decision to enter politics? Because on December 31st, he said he'll make things clear, and
Yeah.
then to bow out of it suddenly. If that was a condition, then don't you think he should have made it amply clear that no, I can't be a part of politics? What made him think twice about this decision or, flirt with the idea of politics for so long?
I think the answer is very obvious. It's just that somebody in position of authority and power in India has been forcing him to do this. We saw that in 1996, he could have come into politics. He decided, no, I don't want to be in politics. He was fine at that time. There was no kidney issue at that time. But of course, he was drinking heavily. He was smoking heavily. That's it. In 2004, again, when he said that all the Patali Makal candidates should be defeated, again, he had made a political stand. He had taken a political stand. He wanted all of them to be defeated. Even at that time, he had only one problem, that the Patalimakal Kachi founder, Mr. Ramdas, had made it a point to say that Rajini's movie should flop and Rajini should not be the model actor and whatnot. That was the only reason. It was a personal issue. And in 2017, he is forced to make this announcement in December, wherein, again we see from 2017 December to now, he took 3 years to actually announce, that is on December 3rd, that is actually going to start a party. And that is reluctance, if there is no other word to say. So I believe that there have been far too many people who have been trying to push him into politics. And he had caved in, just like a lot of other personalities in India have. And that's the tragedy of India today.
Okay. But, he has said that he would not be in electoral politics. But, you saw Gurumurthy's tweet as well
Yeah.
immediately after that, which pretty much made
Yeah.
it clear that he might be endorsing, if not a complete party, then perhaps a few candidates at least. So, what kind of a difference is that going to make? Would you really say that Rajnikant still has that kind of impact that he had in 1996? But, there are a lot more who are saying that he probably decided not to be a part of politics, looking at the reaction within the people. He knew very well that even if he takes the plunge, he might not be able to make much of an impact and might embarrass himself as well.
Yeah. So what we see in 2016 is that this Makkal Nala Kutani had taken away 5.1% of the votes. It was the reason for the defeat of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam in the 2016 elections. The Rajani was supposed to fulfill the exact same role, that is being a spoiler for the DMK and bringing back the ADMK to power. In fact, some of the surveys done in Tamil Nadu indicate that while the third front in 2016 managed only 5% of the vote. In 2021, there was a possibility that Rajini takes away as much as 15% of the vote. That would have made a real difference between victory and defeat for the DMK. And I think that is the larger picture that we have to see. And now the DMK is right back into the frame with Rajini out of it.
Okay, so not much of a difference that is going to make politically, you'd say that even if he was to be a part of electoral politics, he wouldn't have made much of a difference, or it would have, but he still wouldn't, would have been a very reluctant politician. Like that's the apt way to describe him. Even if he had made electoral debut, he wouldn't have been happy with it.
Not really. And this endorsement game doesn't work. Somebody endorsing one candidate, second candidate, and all that. In any case, Rajini doesn't have, as of now, any plans of endorsing anyone in the first place. I think if he wanted to endorse, he would have rather contested than just endorsing somebody. He's not the type of guy who will endorse X or Y. If there was a personal reason, yes. In fact, I don't know if you remember the 2017 by-election after Jayalalitha's death in April. There was supposed to be a by-election which was finally postponed, in which the BJP candidate was a musician loved by all of us, a guy called Gangai Amaran. Now, this person was the BJP candidate, and he had gone and met Rajini, and after that, there was the posters all over the place in this RK Nagar constituency, which is Jayalalitha's constituency, which basically showed Rajini and Gangai Amaran together. And Gangai Amaran claimed that he had the blessing of Rajini. And Rajini had to put out a statement saying that, no, he has not endorsed anyone. So that's the kind of guy that Rajini is. He doesn't want to endorse somebody. If he wants to do it, he will do it with his full mind and he will be there. He doesn't want to be part of politics, and he will not be part of something that he has decided finally that he'll not want to be part of.
So once a reluctant politician, always a reluctant politician. Perhaps this was the decision Rajnikanth always wanted to take. Like he himself said, this seemed to be a warning from God, which is why he decided to bow out. So this will always be a political debut that wasn't. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section as well what you think of Rajnikanth's decision, his flip-flop on entering politics, and why he finally decided to lay it to rest. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to Newsline Digital. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.